Hello and welcome to the Zavatal channel. My name's Dave, and in this video we're going to be looking at the Moozica 14-inch tongue drum and also the New Wave 15 tongue drum from Kosmosky. So really we're sort of comparing two quite large tongue drums, seeing the differences in them. Okay, so if you like this sort of video, please like and subscribe because it does help to keep the channel alive. Okay, so first of all we're going to be looking at the Moozica tongue drum. Now this also comes under the name of Beatrise, and if you want more information on these there is some links in the description. Okay, so this tongue drum retails about £200 or $270. Now it also comes with a set of mallets, rubber-headed mallets, some stickers, numbers stickers, so you can number the tongues if you want to do that on the drum, and also a very fine padded bag, rucksack style, so you can sling it over your back if you're out going to a gig, or if you want to go out into the wilds and the forest to play the tongue drum. Okay, so we're just going to go over to the overhead camera and we'll be looking at the Moozica 14-inch tongue drum in more detail. It's a well-made drum. The cuts are nice and clean and precise, and there's a lovely woven material around the perimeter of the drum. Now if you want to use the number stickers on the drums, you can do certainly. I would advise the low note in the middle as being number 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alternatively, you could leave that one as a naught and do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Entirely up to you. Now this drum has what is called the D-curd scale, which is basically the notes of D minor. But what you have a low D there, and then the notes of the scale. Starting on the A there. The A and then the D, okay. Now you may notice that apart from the middle tongue, all the other ones have got another tongue cut within them. Now this aids the sort of resonance of the note, the ring of the note, but also what it does, it enables you, if you hit that precisely, to get an octave higher. So you can go, that's the normal note, then hit it on the smaller tongue. Not a good example of that note. Let's try another one. That's better. Perhaps I wasn't hitting it precise enough. That's one problem with this. You've got to be fairly precise, but these rubber-headed mallets are quite good for that, and so therefore you can get phrases and you can play them an octave higher. So it takes something like this, and then as I say, with these mallets that becomes a little easier. If you're using bigger felt-headed mallets, it's not so easy to get that sort of sound. Now I'm quite fond of this drum. The actual first drum I purchased was a Chinese 12-inch sort of bog standard tongue drum, and that got me going on it. And this was the second drum I purchased, and I really enjoyed playing this, and I still do. The tuning is very good. At concert pitch it's fine, and I've performed and recorded with other concert instruments such as cello and flute, and there's been no problems with the tuning. Okay, so now we'll take a look at the Kosmosky New Wave 15 tongue drum. Now this comes price comes in at around about £415, that's with a discount you can get, or $560. It comes with a set of felt-headed mallets, and also a card which has a sort of route map of the drum with the notes on it, and also on the other side is a Q code and a website address where you can get lots of different instructional videos from Kosmosky specifically for this drum and other drums in their range. Okay, so now we'll go to the overhead camera and look at the New Wave 15 in more details. Now the New Wave 15 comes in different versions. You can get one in the key of G major or one in the key of G minor. Now this particular drum is in the G minor scale. Also there's an option for a basic acoustic version or an electroacoustic version. And this has a built-in pickup mic, so you can plug it directly into an amplifier or an audio recorder, etc. Kosmosky will often offer a good discount, and the acoustic version comes in, as I've said a bit earlier, around £415 or $560. And the electroacoustic version at around £490, about $670. Now the build quality is up to the usual high quality Kosmosky standard, with the tongues there is a complete 2-octave range. Now you may notice that the tongues have a split in them. Some have got 2 splits. Now this aids the resonance and the sound of the drum. It enables it to reverberate with that distinctive Kosmosky sound. The tuning is very good at concert pitch, and again I've performed with standard Western instruments such as a saxophone, flute and cello, and there's been no tuning problems at all. There are some optional extras you can get, such as a bag and also a well-designed table stand. Okay, so how do they compare, the two drums? Well, they're both large drums, and this gives you the lower tongues, especially at the bottom of the drum, gives the lower tones, sorry I should say, and the lowest tone on the New Wave 15 is this one, the G. You can hear you get that very long ring. Still ringing, but I'll dampen it. On the Moozica you get the lowest note is this one. It's a different sort of sound. Depends where you hit that tongue. Okay. And when you play some notes together you get a sort of different ring. That's on the New Wave. The way the notes sort of coalesce together is interesting. On the Moozica get a sort of different effect. Okay, so the Moozica is a budget drum, but it's got a good sound, and it's got the D Kurd scale, which is quite a useful one if you're a beginner. It's got the small upper tongues to get the octave higher, which can be a little bit fiddly to play on, but they usually come with the rubber-headed mallets, which I haven't got handy at the moment, which make it a bit easier to be more precise with those notes. Okay, and of course it comes with a great padded bag. Now the New Wave drum is more expensive. You're paying for the build quality, the tuning, which is perfectly in tune, and you've got the note letter names printed on the drum, which is quite useful. You've got some B flat, D, F, A, etc. Very useful. And of course it's got the distinctive Kosmosky sound. You've got the options with it of a G major or G minor drum. This is a G minor. and with the Moozica you've just got the D curved scale. Which is slightly different. Okay, so also with the New Wave 15 you've got the option of a stainless steel model. That's more expensive, of course, and also you can get a 10 tongue drum, the New Wave 10, which complements the New Wave 15 and will give you a full chromatic scale. So especially if you're playing a lot of classical music or Western music, popular music, that's very useful. The two drums that gives you the complete chromatic scale. So really in the end, if it's down to if you've got a tight budget, and perhaps if you're starting off on your tongue drum journey, the Moozica would be a good one to start with. If you're willing to pay a little bit more money and have the options of the different types of drum, and you want that distinctive Kosmosky sound, then the New Wave 15 is the better drum for you. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed the video and learnt something about these two drums. If you've got any questions or any queries, please use the comments section. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe and like. It does help to keep the channel alive. So thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.